Hey everybody, welcome to Local Business Hacks Podcast. I'm your host, Carl Case, and I'm on a mission to help you. Every week, we're going to be talking to local business owners and experts to get their best tips, tricks, and hacks to grow your business. This show is designed to teach you, inspire you, and motivate you to take massive action and start to build your future-proof business. Whether you're just starting off or you're taking your existing business to the next level, this episode is for you. So let's get started. Hey, local business hackers. It's your host, Director of Global Business Development for Referrizer, joined today by one of the top franchisees in Elements Massage, Hector Morales. Hector, welcome to Local Business Hack.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks
Hector,
for having me here.
Of course, I know that you have your hands in a lot of businesses. I'd love to hear about your journey in entrepreneurship, franchising, and what got you to this point in your career.
Okay, absolutely. So I've had now it's over 25 years. God, I'm getting old. Of retail experience. I'd say about 22 of those within management. So I've been working for a lot of big box retailers, Office Depot, Office Max, AT&T, Circuit City before it got debunked. So I've been making a lot of money for a lot of businesses out there. I've learned a lot. I've experienced a lot. And I've kind of helped hone myself within that time frame. And then my wife and I decided, like, we've always been business people. Actually, me and my wife, I got to say, I got to give a lot of credit to my wife for our success because, as I always say, I'm the muscles of the operation. She's the brains of the operation. But we've always been business people, that mindset. I mean, she comes from a family of business. I've come from absolutely nothing to wanting to have money. I wanted to be financially secure is ultimately what we wanted to do in our life. And she always kept an eye out for businesses available for sales. Our first business that actually back in 2008 we were going to open was a spa. We wanted actually to do massages, nails. We wanted to do just the kind of whole spa situation. And then 2008 happened and we lost everything. So that was our first attempt into our franchising, or not franchising, because it wasn't even a franchise. It was just like our own concept. And then we've always been a fan of franchising. My wife actually was a DM for a tanning salon company that was based out of Nebraska. And then they had 2 studios here, and she kind of saw it, and she had a great understanding of a membership run business. And then we found an opportunity to go ahead and find the franchise. And we found that our first business, official franchise, was Mrs. Fields. We owned the Mrs. Fields Cookies in the Falls Mall. And then we loved it. We really liked the concept. It helped us feel more secure on the aspect of it's a known name, it's a brand name, it's a great product. I mean, to me, best cookies in the industry from any of those situations. And we were just like, we really enjoyed it. As we were getting closer to our 5 years, we decided to, continue looking for our second location. And my wife is always on the lookout. Like she's a brains operation. So she found Elements Massage was available for sale. And we kind of reached out. We did the whole non-disclosure. And when we found out more about what the business was, like we really like fell in love with the brand. We like the brand. We love our concept. I mean, that's what I love about the brand is we focus on therapeutic massage, and that's kind of our goal. And it was very different because we've been to Envy, hadn't been into Arrogant yet. So when we found out about the brand and we kind of met the owners and we met part of the team a little bit because I kind of mystery shopped the studio before we actually committed to purchasing it. We were like, okay, this seems like a great opportunity. I mean, they had some opportunities. And from what I saw, because I was doing the mystery shopping, it was sales. That was opportunity. Driving sales. Actually, we're a membership run business. So ever since then, after that point, that's what I'm sticking to.
And fast forward today, you now have 800 5-star reviews on Google. The business is making money and you guys are looking at other opportunities, I could imagine.
Yeah, actually, I own one additional current franchise, and I'm in the process of acquiring a third franchise right now.
That's awesome. So talk to me a little bit about the discovery process that you guys go through when evaluating a franchise from a franchisee perspective and what you've learned or have learned to stray away from in this process.
For me, the process is honestly, the product is key. when it comes to Elements, I gotta say the product is what has thankfully made us successful, and my goal to maintain that product, because I have so much respect for the previous owner. She did a great job of having a great team and a great mindset, because she started the reviews. When I bought the studio, I think we had 250 reviews at that time, and it was still 5 stars. And that was my goal, to maintain that. Customer service is everything. I do my best to focus on that customer service experience, making sure that everybody feels welcome, but also that they love the product, that they love getting their massage. And if you go around, I'm pretty sure you've been around the industry and you've tried a lot of different places. The product for massage is that therapist. And it's finding that right therapist that's going to, they don't have to be the most skilled. They have to be passionate. They have to want to help people. And you can feel it in that massage. And that was kind of the thing for me with Envy. Was, for me, like, I went in there and I felt like I was just another cog in the ring. And not that Envy has a great business. I don't want to, like,
listen, I love Hershey's chocolate, but there's nothing like homemade local chocolate.
Yeah, it's very different. And it's a great company, and I understand they have their setup and they want. What I love about Elements is we focus on just the massage. And that's what that product is what drove me into it. With my other franchises too, it's the same situation. It's the product that we like. I just kind of go over. I mean, what I own is a Unikay Wax franchise, and my wife had been a client for Unikay Wax for years. So that's kind of what got us interested into that. And it was a product. It's a natural product, and that's what we love. So that's what our mindset is. We always go in there. We have to experience it, and you also have to experience the competition to kind of make that differentiation. Is that product right for me, and do I feel that this is something that I believe in? Because that's like, if you say, oh, I just want to buy a franchise because it can make money. No, like, if you don't have that passion, that you really love that product yourself, you're not going to be able to express that to the person that you're trying to sell it to.
Got to have passion. And, the passion's what's going to motivate you and your employees and your whole team to continue to drive that. And people can feel that as soon as they walk in. Congrats on honing in on that. And obviously it's a testament to the success of your studio today. Hector, I'd love to transition a little bit into, what this podcast is, Local Business Hacks. So I can imagine when it comes to marketing, employees, and overall operations, that if we looked at you and your wife as this power couple business duo 10 years ago and where we are today, you guys would love to say, hey, here's this manual, follow this. What does that consist of for you guys?
So I got to say, I learned more about driving that hack. As for what you're saying, hacks, is when I bought Elements. I got to say, thank God they had Referrizer when I bought it, because for me, it's been a great tool at the studio as an aspect of, that's how we drive those reviews. We love the aspect of that. We could get the client feedback on a constant basis and help reward them, because they love coming back for more. I mean, every day, like I literally just, sometimes I get kind of backed up on doing my paperwork. So I'm going through, I couldn't discount the code because, they wanted to use a Referrizer points and this and that. And I was like, okay, great, sure, not a problem. And we start processing this. And that is, like, for me, like, what I love about Referrizer is that whole key tie-in that it's able to help me do that. And those reviews help out our studio, because that's the key. Like, it's getting the word out there and making sure that you have something to help you get the word out that, hey, we're great, we're good at what we do, being food, massages, whatever it may be, using those tools to help you be successful. And yes, sometimes it might cost a little bit more, but some tools, especially the tool of the client review and Google reviews, is imperative for any business to be successful. So, I mean, to me, that I think is one of the biggest things. And dip your hands into social media marketing. You don't have to hire an expensive company. I use Canva, and Canva helps me create a lot of my social media marketing. And I love my franchise. Elements does a great job, especially with social media marketing, especially now. It's been so imperative that they help us make it easier for us. They kind of set up the artwork. boom, here you go. And then we post it. We post our hashtags and the whole script that we have ready for that. And then whatever I want to add myself additionally, I just, use Canva to put it together, drop it on there. And then you spend a little extra couple bucks just to promote or sponsor that ad, that post. And it makes a difference. There's a lot of different types of advertising. For me, my most effective, Referrizer has been number one. Then I could say social media marketing, and then just us, customer service, and delivering that passion.
I love that. And thanks for the shout out, Hector. We greatly appreciate it over here at Referrizer. But
the biggest thing is being honest.
Yeah. And it's a testament to you guys. I mean, overall, since working with us, we've aided elements in Pinecrest, which for those of you listening, Pinecrest is, what I like to think the heart of Miami. So you have all different walks of life of people. And when you get that, it's very hard to please everyone, no matter how good of a service or quality. So it's definitely a testament to you and the staff that we've aided you guys in collecting 2,900 reviews, which is insane.
Yeah.
But transitioning to that, obviously that's not easy to do from a studio level. So I'd love to hear from you. How have you combated employee retention and hiring in this new age when, we have so many opportunities being bombarded with us, whether it's getting paid 2 times what you were a year ago, you get paid in cash that day versus an employee benefit plan that's outrageously and never heard of. What is Elements Massage Pinecrest doing with these challenges that we're facing every day?
I think it's going to come down to understanding where you can make your impact overall. I see things, and this is one of the biggest things is I always tell my employees, especially when I interview them, I'm going to be a little bit different. I do deal with ADHD, so I do kind of jump subjects and stuff like that. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time, but I'm going to be always honest with you and always be direct with you. And I'm always going to set my expectation of I'm going to do everything in my powers to make sure you guys are being successful and building a team and building that cohesiveness. In my 25 years of experience, I've learned people leave leadership, they don't leave the job.
I agree. And, that comes along with compensation plans and letting people know right out the gate, how can you grow within this organization, which is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it's a little bit more. We actually just had to go through our price increase because our costs have gone up because of payroll. Minimum wage is going up, and I think it's great. I'm super happy. I've been asking for that for a long time because I've always been usually as far as above as I can for minimum wage. I mean, when I bought my studio, minimum wage was, I think, at $8 or $9 and change. And I was already paying $12 and change. It was maybe something out of high school, 11, but nothing crazy. I always wanted to be above. Even to this day, whatever minimum wage is, I try to stay above, at least for my front desk. And it can. And if you can afford, sometimes you got to do that extra investment and pay more than what it is because it's worth it. I mean, your team's worth it because they're the ones that are going to help you be successful. As much as we pull the strings, they're the face of our business. And you got to try to, stretch that as much as you can to improve that. And something comes with our therapist. Market changes, pay goes up. You got to live with it. We absorbed it for as long as we could just to not affect the business and help our clients, because ultimately clients are stressed as much as it is right now with everything going on with the climate. We're not the only ones dealing with the employees. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are dealing with, issues in the industry, in the market.
I think everybody's dealing with challenges, especially daily now, that we weren't dealing with ever in our past. So it's nice to hear that you're a people first organization, because it's important. And it's a testament once again to the success of the studio, because nowadays there's a massage studio on every corner, but it's what is that element's really differentiating between them and what I like to call the other factories of the world.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, after the whole pandemic, and to kind of give you an idea, we kept over 75% of our staff after the pandemic. I mean, it was great. Yes, we lost a couple important people that I'm sad I lost, but most of that team came back. I mean, as for a therapist comes, I mean, my front desk, yeah, unfortunately, I lost everybody. But, that's the honest conversation you got to have with your staff, and respect it in them. I don't expect, you have to understand who's going to be with you, have an idea how long they're going to be with you, and what your goal is to maximize and make sure that they enjoy their time while with you. So as much as the world is changing and a lot of things are changing and becoming a bit more difficult, we have to always remember is when you're looking for employees and that face that you talk to them and they come in and interview, if it's by Zoom, if it's, in person, that personality, they're going to catch on that personality and you'll be like, do I want to work for this person or not? And a lot of people don't pay attention. Everybody pays attention to every little detail, and if you're honest with your people and, them, hey, you know what, this is who I am. I'm always striving to be better. I know I might not be perfect, but my door is always open for you to always let me know, hey, whatever feedback you can do so I could be better, then we could be successful. If we can't have that honest conversation with yourself, to do that, your staff won't believe in you and they'll be gone quick.
And nobody wants to deal with that. You, management, your customers, everyone likes a familiar face. It's the Orange Theory theory. Orange Theory. How's that for a word?
Yeah.
Where they encourage their staff to memorize who every one of your members that's walking in. And it's awesome. Hector, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me a story that really catapulted your drive for entrepreneurship. What was that aha moment or one of them that you've had recently?
Honestly, I want to say right now, kind of as I'm growing our business and me and my wife, I mean, being an entrepreneur is extremely hard. And one of the hardest things I've found is getting capital, getting money to actually acquire a business. And, like I said, my wife is the brains of operation and I love her to death. And, I will never undermine her huge impact that she has in our careers, because our businesses are part of our careers. She has her own career that she still does, and I'm the one that focuses on the front end and driving that business. But the aha moment for me is to not be afraid. And that's, I think, one of the biggest things that, a lot of people can, oh my God, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. One of the new business I'm looking to acquire is like, I have that fear because it's not breaking even. It's in the red, and I'm going in there knowing it's in the red. But I know what we've done with both our studios, and it's okay to be afraid, but don't let it take hold of you. And that to me was my aha moment, where it's just like, I know what I can do. I've already accomplished it, and I've accomplished it on the second time, and I know I can do it on the third time. And it's having that self-confidence to sit there and say, you know what, we can do this.
I believe in you. And obviously, if my team can help empower you to do that, we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things. It's leveraging your tools and you leveraging yourself. That's the key. It's understanding what you're doing.
I love that. Hector, before we say goodbye, what's the best way for people to get connected with you? If they're in South Florida, how do they find you and get the best massage? Talk to us.
If you're in South Florida, type in Best Massage Miami, and we should pop up number one. That's how they could find us. We're in Pinecrest and Dayland Plaza. They can reach us at elementsmassage.com and then look up for the Pinecrest location, and that's how they can reach us. And any other way is, if they have time to write this down, they can reach me at Hector Morales at elementsmassage.com. And that's kind of what we're here.
Well, thank you, Hector, from myself and the team all over the globe for not only supporting Referrizer, but for coming on and telling us your story. And congrats to you and your whole team over at Elements.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to continuing. As much as I want to have Referrizer in all of my businesses, they are franchises, so there's only so much you can do. But even if you're not a franchise and you're concepting to create that franchise, I'd say get Referrizer in there, because to me, it's a great tool and it's helped me out so much, especially at Elements.
Thank you, Hector.
Thank you. Have a great day, Carl.
Thank you so much. That's it for this week's episode. I hope you found it helpful. Be sure to head over to our site, local-business-hacks.com, to check out the show notes and send me questions or ideas for future episodes. If you want to grow your business just like the people you've heard from here, Follow Local Business Hacks Podcast and tune in for new tips, tricks, and tactics. Until next time, thanks for listening and keep hacking.